It is a painful realization to find that when a partner's life becomes overwhelming, the relationship is the first thing they choose to cut. My partner owns a business, and over the last month, it became clear that the professional pressure was weighing on him heavily. Because I care for him deeply, I spent the last 6 weeks trying to be a source of ease and stability. I kept myself busy and managed my own anxieties to avoid adding any extra weight to his shoulders, trusting that his intelligence and drive would eventually see him through the slump. However, his behavior recently began to fluctuate in a way that felt increasingly destabilizing. One day he would be fully present, making sweet gestures and planning future events like my birthday in March. The next, he would drop into minimal contact or total silence. We usually talk every day, so the sudden absence of communication felt exhausting. While I would have appreciated a simple message saying he was too tired to talk, I remained silent because I didn't want to place any more pressure on him. The breaking point came when he told me that he felt numb to everything. He explained that he had been trying to push through the exhaustion but had finally shut off emotionally. He told me that I deserved better than what he was currently offering and that he needed to focus entirely on his relationship with God. While he said he was willing to talk in person, I declined. I told him that I respected his position, but that I was saddened by his message. I ended our exchange by wishing him clarity and peace, noting that I needed my own space to process the end of us. Now, I am left in a state of shock, trying to understand what exactly happened. I can't help but wonder if this was simply a matter of poor timing, or if his guilt over not being present became too much for him to bear. Part of me questions if I should have agreed to meet and talk, but in the moment, it felt like the only way to protect my own peace. I respect his decision, yet it is difficult to reconcile the fact that when things got hard, walking away from me was his only solution. Comments. Being easy to be around doesn't make men value you. In my experience, it's also inauthentic. If you seem okay no matter what, that's just not true. It's human to have feelings, especially to a partner swinging high and low. And not sharing your feelings leaves him in the dark and also risks seeming like you don't have boundaries or expectations. I've recently read that women need to lead vulnerability in order for men to then be vulnerable in return with us. Captains need information to be able to keep driving. It makes sense you asked for time to process, and I'd consider having that talk with him, not for a different outcome, but to share what you didn't share the last month and hear his perspective.